Hey, I'm Jay. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning into another video, and if you're new here, welcome. So as you can see, this hair on my head is looking very good, very sexy. You already know I'll be installing this unit, so let's just hop into the video. Okay, so I plucked the hairline and straighten the wig, and I'm going to put it on to show you what it looks like straight. I do want to go ahead and curl this wig. In my last video, I did show what the wig looked like without before I plucked it or straightened it. If you want to see what it looked like before I straightened it and plucked the hairline, go check that out. I'll have it linked down below. So this is how it looks after I plucked it. I didn't go too crazy plucking the hairline. I don't know what that white stuff is on it. It must be something that got off on there from my mannequin head. This is what it's looking like. And this is all the hair brought forward after I straightened it. I didn't do the best job straightening it. This is how much hair that I plucked out of the frontal. So really not that much. I try not to over pluck my units. The 3 bundles all together, I think it's a good amount of hair. This is what all 3 of the bundles in the frontal looks like. I think it straightens well. I think it takes heat well too. Overall, I really like how the wig looks. It's very full, it's very long, much longer than I thought it would be. So I don't mind going in and putting some more layers in this and cutting it at the ends a bit because I wanted to do that too. These flyaways up here, you just need to get a flyaway camera for that and you'll be fine. I don't know if you can see because my viewfinder is like frozen right now, but there's like a track. Oh, I see it. There's a track right here. All right, guys, so we are finally here. I have finally finished making the wig. It took a very long time. I had to do a lot to this wig, but I'll get into that as I'm installing it. Let me just show you what the wig is looking like. Y'all look at her. Oh my gosh, I really made this wig. I cannot believe it. I made it. I curled it 2 days ago, so the curls have been falling a little bit because I was really busy yesterday, so I didn't have time to install it yesterday, but I'm gonna go ahead and install it. You can see I already have my bald cap on, and I'm just about to tint the lace. I got a new brush to apply my makeup with on my wig cap. It's like a bit denser than my last brush, and I'm just using the Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation in level 13. But girl, it was really a freaking struggle making this wig. It took me days to do this wig, like literally days to do this wig. I think I received the hair on a Wednesday, 1 or 2 Wednesdays ago. I received the hair, and today is Sunday, March the 7th, and I am just now installing this wig. It really took a lot to do this wig. Like, it was no joke. Okay. I'm gonna spray some of this on the inside of the lace and then dry it in there so the makeup doesn't move around. And I'm not gonna spray a lot. So clearly I did a bald cap. I know in one of my other videos I was ranting about how I was never gonna do a bald cap again, but it's been a while since I did one, and I wanted to try a bald cap with this wig. One, to see if it would be fine if I did a bald cap with this darker one, because I have a lot of these dark brown bald caps, and looking in the camera, it looks fine. It looks really good. Actually, not when I've been down, but it looks good like this. And I did put a little bit of makeup on it. And 2, just to give, I'm conflicted about the bald cap. Sometimes I want to do it, sometimes I don't want to do it. This is my baby. Like, I made her. I made her. And I think I did a pretty good job curling it too. Like, this was the first time I successfully curled a wig with my flat iron. I don't have curlers, all I have is my flat iron. Right now I'm just trying to see where I'm gonna pull this wig because I want all of that bald cap to be covered. I did the bald cap method with my Bold Hold Liquid Gold. I recently got this because I used the ORS and it like burned my skin or something. I did forget to spray my skin guard. I always forget to spray my skin guard, honestly. I haven't completely given up on the ORS. I still really like it. It's just that it kind of burned me. And I'm thinking it's because I didn't put the skin guard on, I guess. Or maybe I just like irritated my skin before I used it. But yeah, I went ahead and I did the bald cap method with my Bold Hold Liquid Gold. It was super quick, it was super easy. I really like this stuff. I used this stuff a few days ago, I installed one of my older wigs. And I forgot to use the skin guard again. I had it right on my desk next to me and I completely forgot to use it. But I didn't get burned, it didn't irritate my skin or anything yet, and I forgot to use it again today when I put the bald cap method on. I think it's fine. It can be removed with water. I did not know this stuff could be removed with water. I always just assumed with the name Bold Hold Liquid Gold, I thought it was a glue, but it can be removed with water, so that's great. So I got it as soon as it was in stock, I got it. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, my makeup. But I'm gonna stop putting makeup around my whole forehead. I think this is just gonna be a much better option for me than putting it all over my forehead, because I think I'm gonna use the bald cap method as a guide. See all that space in front of my bald cap from those dots? I got all that space on the top to put the glue, because my hairline on the sides, it comes up to here on the side, like right at my freaking eyebrows. Now I'm gonna use my Bold Hold Liquid Gold, and I got some popsicle sticks. I got a bunch of popsicle sticks off of Amazon. It came in a pack of like 500, I think, or 250, one of those. I feel like a real professional now with my popsicle sticks. I really hated like getting the glue on my fingers and stuff and then having to wipe my fingers every time. So let me tell you how I completely struggled while making this wig. Like, it was a huge struggle and a huge learning experience. I have a whole video, by the way, of me making the wig. So if you want to see that, I'll have it linked in the description box down below. So you can go ahead and check that out. First, I went ahead and sewed on the frontal. I sewed the frontal completely on the wig, and then I realized, oh my gosh, the frontal is not laying correct. Like, if I had put it on my head like that, it wasn't working. So I had to completely take up the frontal and re-sew it down. So I hand sewed the frontal on. So I had to break all the stitches that I sewed with this, what is it? A seam ripper, and re-sew it on there. But I got it, I sewed it down the second time and it looked beautiful. It looked perfect. So I was like, awesome. You know, this is what I need in my life, this perfect frontal. I was very happy at that point that I had redid it, because I would have finished the whole wig and it would have been looking crazy and then I would have been mad. So after that, I traced my guidelines on my wig cap. And of course I messed up tracing the guidelines. Like, I traced them and then I was looking at it and I was like, that don't look right. So I traced some more guidelines, and then at this point my guidelines for my wig cap were all over the place. It was a mess. So I get to, it started pulling up, that hurt. Okay, so I get to my sewing machine to start sewing my wig together. I don't have the right size spoolie of nylon to make the wig, so I'm up here trying to make a whole contraption to fix the tension on my spoolie so I can sew this wig together, and it's not working. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna stop here, because I was not hand sewing it. I just wasn't. So I decided to stop there. I'm gonna use an eyebrow razor to take my lace off. I've never used one of these before, so I'm gonna shut up and focus so I don't cut myself, because I'm already scared. I feel like I'm cutting a straight line with the eyebrow razor. That seems impossible, but it's okay, let me just keep going. Okay, but like I was saying, I think I can talk while I'm doing this. I'm a little bit more confident now. So I had to go to Joann's the next day to get some a spoolie that would fit my sewing machine. It took me forever to find the spoolie because it was in one of their little drawers. Like, I'm looking online and it's saying 4 in stock, and I'm looking at the slide it's supposed to be in and it's not there. I remember I saw like a TikTok or something where they pulled out a bin and it was more products down there, but I think it was a candy store. It didn't look like it was a bin, but I pulled it open and there were other spoolies in there. So I just went through the boxes and I found the nylon one that I needed. I go back home, I got the right spoolie, we all good. So I'm sewing on my wefts to my wig cap. I finished the entire wig. The whole wig, I finished the whole wig. And I go to put it on my head. And y'all, tell me why tracks was showing. And I was trying my best to hide it by like combing the hair a certain way and flat iron the tracks over the hair, and nothing was working. I was so upset, and I was like, I spent money on these bundles. I spent a lot of money on those freaking bundles. I was like, I'm not going out like this. Not Jay the perfectionist. Not today. I took the whole wig apart. Not the frontal. The frontal was perfect. I took all the wefts off. Every single weft, except for the one that was on the very bottom. I took every single weft off, watched some more YouTube videos, and found a different way to sew it on there. Take 2, we're sewing the wig on again. I didn't cut my ear tabs. I need to cut those. So next day, you know, I have a new method in mind, a new way that I'm gonna go ahead and sew down this wig, sew down these tracks. So I'm sewing, very proud of myself because I'm doing my best to make this wig as perfect as possible. You know, I keep trying, keep starting over to get it how I want it to look. Go to put the wig on my head, girl, it's still some tracks showing at the top. It's just like one that's just showing at the top that I couldn't hide. So I had to redo the whole crown of the wig. The whole crown, I was like, I'm redoing the whole crown to hide these darn tracks. So here I go with my seam ripper again. And this time I decided to hand sew the crown back on there. And y'all, it was finally what I needed her to be. She was finally who I needed her to be. Ah, to my eye. Oh, right on my eye. And it was just, it was a lot. It was honestly a lot. But I'm so very glad that I just kept trying. I didn't give up. No matter how many times I had to break those seams and redo them. I was very proud of myself because I have a product that I could be proud of. Like, I was gonna be pissed off if I didn't like the wig that I spent money on for those dang bundles. I would have been very upset. So then the wig is finally done. She's finally beautiful. She's finally perfect. I go to put the wig on my head. It's entirely too big. It's way too big. And I was trying to think, like, how is this wig too big? I already made my synthetic wig. I already had a draft that fit perfectly. But then I remembered for my synthetic wig, I used a regular size mesh dome cap. But I also purchased an extra large mesh dome cap. So with my synthetic wig, I used the regular size mesh dome cap, but I increased all of my inches, all of my head measurements by 1 inch. And I did the same, I went with those same measurements, but I used an extra large dome head cap to make this wig, so it was too big. So this wig was real, like way too big for me, like 2 head sizes too big for me. So I had to, so here I go back on YouTube, figuring out how to make this wig smaller and make it fit. So what I had to do was sew together 2 of the tracks in the back to decrease the space between them. So the tracks were like this, but I sewed them together so they were just like this. And I did that to 4 of the tracks. So I brought together 2 and I brought together another 2. And then it fit perfectly. All right, I know my wig, I know you see my wig cap sticking out in the back, but it's just because I didn't put it on my head yet. It will be gone, trust. This wig looks freaking good as heck. Like, it looks really good. I was worried about how the lace would look on my skin, but it's looking bomb. I curled this hair 2 days ago. I'll insert a video right here to show you what it looks like when I first curled it and you can compare that to what it looks like now. I think the curls held up really well for 2 days. I mean, I know I wasn't doing anything to the wig for those 2 days, but I think the curls held up well, you know? I want to use the Icy Hair Kinky Curly Mongolian bundles to make a wig. I really don't know what bundles to buy though. If you have any hair that you've been wanting to try but didn't want to take the risk of buying the bundles and then getting some crappy bundles, leave it in the comments down below. Let me know so I can try out other hair companies, and so you can get to see what the bundles are like without having to get them yourself. Get an honest review, a real customer review of the hair, because y'all don't be leaving me no comments, like dang. So I also don't be like saying like comment down below if you want this, so I'm gonna try to start doing that. These bundles are like $230 some, and that is not cheap. Okay, that's not cheap. Up close of what it's looking like. I think it looks really good. It's a little ashy, so I'm gonna put some makeup on it. All right, so I am going to remove these 3 dots from my forehead finally. So I have it completely down. You can't see any wig cap through there because it's baby fits. I was trying to feel if it was like a little bit bulky. I do have I have my bald cap on, and then I have another wig, my satin wig cap on for the back because my braids are falling out after I cut it, and it actually fits very well. It's nice and snug, but it's nice and snug. We are going to put it down with this elastic. I got this from Michael's when I first got my sewing machine. So it's been a little bit. I ate some chocolate covered strawberries. Oh, this one dropped a lot. Go ahead and start combing out this hair. Maybe I should add some makeup to the hairline first a little bit, because it is a little bit ashy. And I'm just using the same makeup that I used to tint the lace and my bald cap. It's still, you can still see like it's a little bit lighter. I'm gonna have to check how I look in the sunlight. Sometimes it be looking fine in the sunlight. I'm a little nervous about combing these out because I don't know what the freak I'm doing, honestly, but some of the curls really fell from the amount of time I had it on. This one's down to here. Why she look good as oh my gosh, it looks really good. So the curls are a bit uneven. Like I have this side a little bit higher than this side. I don't know if that's because of how I curled it or because of how I cut it. I did go ahead and trim the end of this hair because it was looking a little scraggly, and I attempted to put some layers in it. I'm gonna wait until I have the wig straight again before I go ahead and cut some of this off, because these curls are definitely more in there than the other side. So I'm not going to cut it again. But this is what it's looking like. I must say, I did the thing, okay? I did that. I think it looks really, really good. Like, I think I did a pretty good job, honestly. And this is all of the hair brought forward too. And this is what it looks like. Oh, let me show you the bag. The bag is looking like, hopefully it looks beautiful. Would I buy hair from this company again? The lace is nice. I think the lace blended pretty nice. I'll have to see what it's looking like in the sunlight, but it looks good on camera. The hair did come with a lot of red colored hairs throughout all of the bundles and throughout the frontal as well. And they are synthetic hairs. I dyed this unit, but those red hairs did not dye, and it's a lot of them throughout the hair. So I don't know if I would purchase this hair again. I'm spending over $200 for some bundles. I want all of them to be, you know, human hair. But $200 is still a lot to spend on some hair, and to have it mixed with synthetic hair and so much of it, I feel like I'm not getting what I paid for. I think the bundles dyed well. The knots were hard to bleach. I did leave the bleach on there for a long time, and I'll probably end up regretting that. This frontal probably will shed a lot because the knots did seem like they were hard to bleach. Overall, I do like the hair. I don't know if I would purchase from them again. Also, there are a lot of flyaways in this wig. I should flatten the top. I have my flat iron on to do that. I just turned my hot comb on to go ahead and get these down a little bit and flatten this top a little bit. I didn't realize how big it was looking. Yeah, a ton of flyaways, a ton of short hairs throughout this wig, so that's something else I'm not too crazy about. I don't really want that in my wig. I don't think I would purchase hair from this company again. There's probably better hair out there. I'm not gonna go too crazy in detail about my review on the bundles and the hair itself, because I did go ahead and review that, and I have a video, so it'll be linked in the description box. It'll be linked down below. Please leave some companies down below that you would like me to try out. I am on the hunt for some really great hair, especially since I'm making my own wigs now. And it doesn't just have to be bundles too. I'm still open to like trying out other wigs as well. Like, I'm not gonna always want to make a wig. I feel like it looks a bit flatter. I don't want it too flat. I do want a bit of volume, but before it was just too much volume. All right, guys, so that is the end of the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have something to say, leave a comment down below. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.